So the future, man, there's a lot of fights that are there
Yeah,
for you, but you mentioned it in your post fight. I think a fight that I would bet money on this, that it would end up being fight of the year, and we could potentially see a knockout of the year. You and Jaime Munguia would be a freaking tremendous fight.
yeah. I know a lot of people's in the talks about that too. But they thinking that the Canelo thing is like dying out because he's in PBC, but you got Canelo there too that we could still make happen. That just because he went over to PBC or whatnot and signed a deal with Al Heyman for 3 fights, we got that power, with my management and obviously Eddie that we could definitely cross over with the network and we could possibly get a fight on Showtime pay-per-view, with Canelo, so not just Munguia, you got Canelo, you got Golovkin, you got these type of guys, man, that's out there right now, but I'm just, right now I'm the fighter, and my team knows best. My team knows who to put in front of me. They know when to really unleash everything. And I'm just right now. I'm taking this week off, and then I'm gonna let Keith and Eddie go to work. And figure out who'll be the next opponent.
Yeah, okay, that's interesting that you bring that up. That you feel you'd still be able to make that fight because, yeah, when Canelo did that PBC deal, a lot of people and even I was thinking like, well, damn, like that's the whole reason why Edgar signed with Matchroom was to get that Canelo fight, and then Canelo goes over there, and I'm like, well, what is he gonna do now? He can't get that fight.
Nah, not yet. We definitely 100% gonna get the fight. It was either fight one fight, then fight Canelo, or fight 2 fights and fight Canelo. We wanted to fight 2 fights and then fight Canelo. That was the plan. To fight June, to fight again, and then fight next year, possibly May. Canelo. So that fight is there to be made. My team is strong, man. I got one of the best managers in the world. You know, I got one of the best promoters in the world, Eddie Hearns, and there's no bad blood with Eddie or Canelo. So obviously money talks, on their part of the end. So we definitely can make the fight happen. That's not an issue. Like, so I don't want people thinking that like, oh, Edgar Berlanga is, he's not getting that fight no more. Everybody thought about, I was getting a fight. We still getting that fight. Like I said, man, we got the strongest team, so we're gonna make it happen.
Is it something that it might be better that you get him a little bit later? Like it's like kind of perfectly aligning, like because he has these 3 fights with PBC, even though you're confident that you guys could go and do the fight. But say he does the 3 fights with PBC and then he comes back and it's with you. I would imagine that probably the more he waits, the more time you get to improve and mature as a fighter, right?
Yeah, I want to be on this field. I want those belts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like right now we don't gotta wait. I feel like right now we could get a fight. I know he's gonna fight. He's probably gonna fight Charlo.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna fight Charlo. I'm supposed to be fighting in October. And then right there is like, let's get it. Let's get it on. You know what I'm saying? You just fought in September. I just fought in October. And for us, it's like, all right, now we could get it on either in December, January, or May.
Curious, do you feel that Charlo fight is a tough fight for Canelo?
Yeah. I think it's gonna be a tough fight for him. I think stylistically, I think Canelo's gonna be the better man that night. I feel like him taking that 2 year layoff, and I know the weight got a lot to do with what was going on because I know he's a big dude. He gets big in between camps. You know what I'm saying? Especially being 2 years old. So, I think that'll play a major factor in the fight. But there's a possibility that Charlo could win. You know what I'm saying? Like, but right now, I think Canelo will be the better man.
A lot of people say like, "Hey, look, Canelo didn't look that good against Ryder. He looks a little vulnerable now."
Yeah, Ryder's a tough fighter. I think people got him mistaken. Like, Ryder came the best Ryder. Like Ryder, like all right, for instance, like with Jason Quigley, right? Jason Quigley came the best Jason Quigley he's ever been in his career to fight against me. That's the same thing how John Ryder was. John Ryder came the best he's ever came as a fighter fighting Canelo. Like he knew he was gonna fight Canelo, so he came the best. He came the best in shape. He came the best prepared mentally, physically for his man. And people tend to forget that. So when people say like, oh, Canelo's not the same or whatnot, maybe. You know, I see a little, decline of just a little bit. But I take my hat off to John Ryder. You know, he's a tough fighter.
What way do you see decline? Is it something that you pick up on?
I'll say for me, I'll just say like conditioning.
Mm.
You know, I just seen him he's declining in the later rounds. So I don't know if if he's not running enough or whatnot. I don't know, but I just see like that played like a major part in it as well. Why I feel like he couldn't stop him because I know he could have stopped him. You know, in the later rounds, I feel like he didn't have that tank to like really like step on it and just get that motherfucker out.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of people expected Canelo to knock him out that night. Do you ever watch Dragon Ball? Like I equated it to like he's like charging. Like Ryder had like so many moments where he's like like he got
Yeah,
second
yeah.
wins like crazy in that fight.
Yeah, I feel like too he ain't throwing enough too. Ryder, I feel like when Ryder started throwing, he started landing. You know, I think he didn't let his hands go as much as he should.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he deals with your power, man. The other power puncher that he went against was Golovkin, and yeah,
Yeah,
for years and years we've heard about these stories of Golovkin's power, and Canelo took that power well, but there were times where Golovkin catched him clean.
yeah, for sure. Golovkin's power is on another level too. You know, a lot of the guys at 168 got popped. You know what I'm saying? Maybe just our power is like just different. You know what I'm saying? Like little more than average. You get what I'm saying? But everybody got that power at 168. You know, at that division, everybody could punch.
Yeah, say this fight does happen, but you said you can go back in the ring. What the earliest at what time? Like you feel October?
Yeah,
Yeah. So for October, you mentioned Munguia. I know like Eddie and Oscar are kind of having this back and forth.
yeah,
Uh, do you think that gets in the way of the fight?
maybe. I think too. You got the fight that he just fought with Sergey. Obviously, Sergey's my stablemate. Keith Conley manages him, so I know they pushing for a rematch. So I was when I was calling on Munguia, I completely forgot that Keith was trying to get the rematch with Sergey, and he's been pushing for that heavy. So he's like, yo, bro, I'm trying to get the rematch with Sergey because people felt like Sergey won the fight. You know what
Did
I'm
you think
saying?
he
And
won? It was close.
I thought I think I would have gave him the fight. I just feel like what threw him off and what made the judges, give Munguia the fight was that knockdown, and then him losing the last two rounds. He lost 11 for 12. And that's the most important rounds to win. But I feel like if he would have never got dropped, and if he would have came out strong 11 for 12, I think they would have 100% gave him the fight. But obviously Munguia's the star. He's the younger fighter. He's the guy that sells tickets. So they're gonna do their thing and they're gonna
Mm.
protect him and make sure that he got that decision. So I know that Keith is pushing for that rematch right now with him and with Sergey and him because Sergey's my stablemate and he wants to run it back. So with me I probably just gonna have to give my brother his shot again. Like, yo, listen, man, try to beat that motherfucker's ass. Maybe beat him up a little bit more and then give him to me, what I'm saying, later on. But right now, like I said, like right now we focus on October. We still focus on getting this Canelo fight. I know it's there. We could make it happen. So I want to, you recording this, I know it's gonna go out to the world. It's gonna be on YouTube everywhere. So everybody that's around the world, that's listening, we could still make the Canelo fight happen with no problem. You know what I'm saying? I got the strongest team in the game right now. So
With Munguia, you watching the fight and seeing what Dervinchenko was able to do, I feel like multiple times he stunned Jaime, almost had him out. I want to say like in the middle of the fight. What happens in a fight with you and Munguia if you land those punches?
um I get him out of there. Like I feel like the shots that he land, like you understand, like I hit harder than Sergey. I feel like those right hands that he was hitting him with my right hand, I think I would have put him out.
Mm.
You know, I just feel like, man, that fight's definitely not going the distance, man, for sure, for sure. I think that's an explosive fight. It's a big fight to make, and it's good for boxing.
Yeah, man. That, like I mentioned, it's a potential fight of the year, potential knockout of the year. Just knowing your style and his style, man. I would love to see that fight, man. Hopefully, it does happen sometime down the road. You mentioned October. There's so many players in your division, man. Say, things happen and the Canelo fight can't happen this year, and Munguia does run it back with Derevyanchenko. Is there anywhere else or anyone else that you see like, what, this is a big fight. This is a fight that fans want to see, that interests you at all?
Yeah, you got all the guys. You got Triple G, you got Ryder that's out there. You know, I'm gonna just take this week off. And let Keith and Eddie handle everything, man, and see who they bring to the table for October. I want to fight the best, man. I think it's about that time that we get in there and we start testing myself. I feel like the better the oppositions, the better opponents that I face, the better I become. I feel like I've been like that all my life. Like every time I feel like there's something that counts, it's like that's when I perform at my best.
Like you raise up to the
Yeah,
occasion.
yeah, for sure, 1,000%.
Yeah, I know that was a big thing with you. I would imagine, this is me just thinking, that you felt you were maybe being held back a little bit by Top Rank as well when they were matching you up. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like I wanted the Canelo fight. You know what I'm saying? Boom, we left. Now we like on a versus, still making it happen. You see the difference? Like I want those fights because I know I can hang with those guys, man. Like people gotta understand. Like I came off a year layoff. I got the best Quigley I got the best Quigley, the best, the best, the best, the best. If that Quigley would have fought Boo Boo, it would have been a different outcome. I promise you. You know what I'm saying? If the Terreno, what's his name? The one that beat him, Johnson.
Yeah.
He would have had that Quigley would have beat him. So it's like it would have been a lot different, man. People don't understand. Like I came and I destroyed this dude. You know what I'm saying? I think they were saying like I broke his nose.
Oh wow.
The next day he looked like a different person. You know what I'm saying? His face was just all bruised up, crazy. Like it was just bad, man. And that just goes to show like the type of power that I have.
Yeah. What would you say, Edgar, then, to like some of the people that say, hey, you're, even though you're 21-0, you're still young, bro. Just wait, just hang on, mature a little bit more. Maybe you're not quite ready for like a Canelo or guys like that.
Nah, man. I think it's the time. I'm 26 already. Like this is the time where, it's just time to just get it on now. I'm not worried about. I never put in the back of my head like, oh my God, yeah, I'm gonna fight this guy, but I'm gonna take a L. Nah, I'm going in there like, I'll fucking knock him out. I'm gonna beat the shit out of him. I'm gonna win, and that's my mentality now. I feel like I said, like I gotta understand that I'm the type of fighter like when I fight like good opponents where like those type of like a Canelo, like a Munguia, like a Triple G, I'm gonna rise to the occasion super like the fight that you see me before, you're gonna be like, where the fuck? Like, for instance, perfect example, Teofimo. When Teofimo fight for Lomachenko, nobody seen that Teofimo before. He rose to the occasion. When he fights, he fights that other guy, he fights this other dude, he looks like, eh. And he fights Josh Taylor, the best guy at 140 that everybody was ducking, and he fucking destroys him. And that's how I am. Like I'm just like that. Like when it's like time to step up and really fight those guys, man, my mind just goes to like another level. I'm like out of this world.
So let me ask you this, based on that, man. When it's not an opponent that gets that reaction out of you, like what causes that for you to have like a subpar performance? Is it just like, oh, it's this guy, whatever, go through the motions? Or
yeah, not go through the motion, but it's like right now, like for instance, will you right if you get a guy that like you're gonna like beat the shit out of this dude, then here comes a guy, one of your fucking
rivals or someone that like
rivals or somebody
you've been
that
eyeing for a long time,
in the media business that's the best, like you, that's up there just like you, that he has the same amount of followers just like you. He's a media guy, and he's that any setback or something, and he walks up to you and he's like, yo, let's get it on. Your mindset's gonna like, oh, okay. It's like a LeBron versus Kobe. Like,
Mm,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like
yeah.
two lines coming. You know what I'm saying? It's like they're gonna wake the fuck up. Like, nah, oh my god, you're gonna see a different game rather than LeBron versus nobody in the NBA. You're gonna see him play. He's gonna look good. Oh, he's nice. Oh shit, he's doing. But then you see LeBron versus Kobe. You just start seeing like spectacular things. You just start seeing things that's special. Like, damn, I didn't even know fucking LeBron could do that. Damn, I didn't even know fucking, I didn't know Kobe could do that. Man, like God. But it was like he brought the best out of him. And I feel like me stepping up like that, they're gonna bring the best out of me.
Is there anything in particular from this fight and maybe the past few months that you feel you got to improve on for the next fight?
Yeah, I think I left off at a good start. So the 12th round is actually where I'm gonna start off in camp. Once I get back in the gym, man, like from right there, I'm just starting off. Like I feel like I unleashed the beast in the 12th round for sure. Like that right there made a mark. Like after that 12th round, I was a little upset. I was like, damn, they should have stopped it. I feel like they should have stopped it in the second knockdown when he took the knee. Because for me, that was quit right there. Like he was just, he don't want no more smoke. I feel like, and I touched him with a jab. I threw an uppercut, missed the uppercut. He just took a knee. It was just too much pressure. And then when he got up, he just literally just started running around the ring. So I feel like the fight should have got stopped in the 12. But it comes with the territory, man. Yeah.